This is it. The moment the world has been dreading for decades. The Middle East just exploded into all-out war. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is dead. The supreme leader of Iran, the man who ruled with blood and terror for 36 terrifying years, has been wiped out in a massive US-Israeli strike. Tehran is burning. Smoke is choking the sky over the Iranian capital right now as I speak. This is Middle East Now News, and we are bringing you the raw, shocking truth as history collapses in front of our eyes. March 1st, 2026. Remember this date. Because today, the rules changed forever. The man who swore to destroy Israel, the man who armed terrorists across the planet, the man who pushed Iran to the brink of nuclear power, is gone. Dead. Eliminated. How did this happen? How did the impossible become reality in a single night? Late Saturday, February 28th, in a lightning strike so precise it felt like science fiction, American and Israeli forces launched the most devastating decapitation operation in modern history. Stealth bombers and killer drones tore through Iranian air defenses like they weren't even there. Missiles slammed straight into Khamenei's heavily fortified palace and command bunker in the very heart of Tehran. The explosion was apocalyptic. The entire compound was obliterated. Khamenei, 86 years old, the untouchable tyrant, died instantly, along with more than 40 of his most senior Revolutionary Guard generals, his closest advisors, and members of his own family. Iranian state television could barely speak. Their voices shook with pure horror when they finally admitted it. The supreme leader has been martyred. But the world already knew. President Donald Trump posted it himself on Truth Social. Khamenei, one of the most evil, bloodthirsty dictators in history, is dead. The world is safer tonight. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu stood in front of his nation and said simply, "Justice has been served." Israel will never again live in fear of this monster. Can you imagine the shock inside Iran right now? The man they called leader of the Muslim world for decades is gone in one blinding flash. But Iran did not stay silent. Oh no. Within hours, hell rained down. Hundreds of ballistic missiles screamed out of Iran, targeting Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, American bases across the Gulf, and oil facilities from Dubai to Saudi Arabia. Explosions lit up the night sky over Tel Aviv. Buildings shook. People ran screaming through the streets. Dubai's skyline is on fire. The world's busiest airport is closed. Ships are burning in the sea. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian screamed from hiding, "This is war. This is a crime against all Muslims. Revenge will be biblical." They have declared 40 days of mourning, but behind the tears, their missiles keep flying. And today, March 1st, Israel struck back even harder. Fresh waves of jets are pounding Tehran again right now. Smoke is rising in thick black columns over the capital. The Iranian regime is bleeding. The Strait of Hormuz, the narrow throat through which 20% of the planet's oil flows, is now a war zone. Iran threatens to close it completely. Oil prices are exploding upward like a rocket. $150 a barrel and still climbing. Airports across the entire Middle East are shut down. Foreigners are fleeing. Embassies are burning documents and evacuating staff in panic. This is no longer a conflict. This is the beginning of something catastrophic. Let's be brutally honest about what this means. Khamenei was the spider at the center of the web. Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis, every Shia militia from Lebanon to Yemen, they all drink from his hand. Now the spider is crushed. The web is collapsing. Those groups are suddenly leaderless, cashless, and terrified. But here's the terrifying part. Iran was just weeks away from building a nuclear bomb. With the supreme leader dead and the command structure in chaos, will desperate hardliners now race to detonate one before they lose everything? Russia is furious. China is furious. Both are warning of serious consequences. Are we watching the first moves of World War III? President Trump has already issued the ultimate warning. If Iran keeps attacking, they will be hit with a level of force never seen before in human history. Streets in Israel are packed with people cheering, crying, waving flags, finally free from the shadow of Iranian missiles. In Tehran, mothers are weeping over children killed in the strikes. Young Iranians are secretly filming videos asking, "Is this the end of the regime?" The Iranian opposition in exile is on fire with hope. Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi just called it the actual death of the Islamic Republic and begged the Iranian people to rise up and take their country back. 3 terrifying futures are now possible. 1. The regime collapses in blood and fire. Civil war inside Iran. Millions fleeing. The theocracy that has oppressed its people for 45 years finally crumbles. 2. A new, even more radical leader rises from the ashes, screaming for total war, dragging every nation in the region into the flames. 3. Secret backchannel talks begin. The surviving moderates beg for a deal, nuclear surrender in exchange for survival. Nobody knows which path we are on. But the next 72 hours will decide the fate of the Middle East and the price of gas in every country on Earth. For Vietnam, this is personal. You import almost all your oil. If the Strait of Hormuz stays closed even for a week, fuel prices will skyrocket. Transportation costs will explode. Inflation will hit your families hard. This war is not far away. It is coming to your pocket, to your future. World leaders are scrambling in panic. The European Union called it a defining, terrifying moment. Russia called it a criminal act that threatens all humanity. But in the end, none of their words matter right now. What matters is the smoke over Tehran. The missiles still flying. The oil burning on the sea. The fear gripping millions of people tonight. This is the most dangerous moment of the 21st century so far. One wrong move and the entire region could vanish in fire. We at Middle East Now News are staying on this story every single second. We will bring you every new explosion, every new threat, every new development the moment it happens. If you want to know the truth before anyone else, if you want to understand what this means for your life, your family, your country, subscribe right now. Hit that button. Turn on notifications. Join the millions who refuse to be lied to. Comment below, right now. Do you think Khamenei's death will bring freedom to Iran, or will it unleash the deadliest war we have ever seen? How scared are you about what this will do to oil prices and your daily life? The Middle East is burning. History is being written in blood and fire tonight. This is Middle East Now News. We will never look away. We will see you in the next breaking update. Stay safe. Stay awake. The world just changed forever.